Hey y'all, it's Tania again. I'm back. Wanted to do another video just to give people who have started their journey or plan to start their journey soon some encouragement on lock growth. Now, I'm not going to take my hair down, but I can insert some clips on just my transition and transformation over the last almost 4 years. A lot of people, get frustrated when they first start their journey because they're trying to figure out how can they go from point A to B in the quickest way possible. But honestly, when it comes down to locks or any type of hair growth, the only thing you can really depend on, and it's never changing, is that time is going to pass, and just put your faith in time passing and just don't worry about it. And excuse me, I'm holding this camera right now or this phone, so that's why it might be like, ugh. But I ask that you bear with me. So basically, if you're looking for tangible tips on how to make your hair grow or how to just help it to grow, I can give those to you very briefly. Now, I don't know if I'm probably the most appropriate person to ask, because over the last few years, I have gone through a lot of transitions with how I maintain my hair. At one point, when I very first started, I started with retwist only, but I quickly learned that retwisting only is not good for my hair, because when I first started my journey, I was very active, meaning I sweat a lot. So it really was no point in even trying to keep a hairstyle when you're in the gym almost every day. So I had to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to pivot and keep my hair. So I researched on interlocking, and that's what I started doing. But I don't interlock all the time. I generally interlock 3 to 4 times a year, and then in between the interlocks, I semi-freeform, so I don't really do a lot to my hair in general. But in between the interlocks, I would do a light when I wash on a regular basis, and then I would do a light retwist. Now, outside of that, I don't really retwist with anything heavy. A lot of the things that I retwist with are water based. Actually, everything I retwist with and put on my hair in general is water based. I don't really put, well, no, I can't say that. I did use Magoline Lock, kind of like wax, but that's really the only thing I've used, kind of waxy base on my hair, and I don't even use that on my hair anymore. I generally use a water-based gel, water and oil, whenever I do a retwist. Outside of that, I don't put anything else on my hair. And I think that the low manipulation, for the most part, I'm wearing my hair up now, but for the most part, I wear my hair down. When I do have my hair up, I always make sure, because you want to minimize the tension on your edges, I always make sure that my hair is very not taut. I pull the edges so it doesn't, cause a lot of tension on my edges. But outside of that, you're just trying to making a conscientious effort to not put a lot of stress on your edges or the nape too, because you don't want the nape of your neck to be very thin, because that's going to lead into some trouble along the line as well. Drinking your water, of course, that's with any type of hair growth. Drink your water. Eat a lot of leafy, green, vitamin enriched veggies, fruits. Some people take additional vitamins to help with hair growth. I really don't. But if I had to say anything, the most important tip in trying to get your hair to grow is just to leave it alone. Keep your hands out of your hair. Excuse me, don't pull on a lot. Don't, you know how little girls be like, oh my God, my hair. Like, don't do all of that, because you're putting unnecessary tension on your edges and your hair in general. And just, wash it on a regular basis. Don't believe the myths that tell you that when you're first starting that you need to not wash your hair, because one, that's nasty. Two, water in and of itself helps the hair to bud and tangle around each other, thus creating the locks. So wash your hair on a regular basis. That's really it. Just minimize the amount of time that you keep your hands in your head. Don't put a lot of very heavy products in your hair. Drink water, and really try to keep the food intake as unprocessed as possible. I'm not saying that you need to go vegan. I'm just saying that just really keep it as unprocessed as possible, because at the end of the day, your hair is a reflection of how you treat your body, and that's with anything. But overall, for those who might be interested in what my hair looks like, I don't really want to take it down, but I will. No, heck no, I ain't taking it down. I'll just insert a clip. Looks like I don't know what the length is right now because I haven't done a length check. I usually do length checks like when I first wash my hair, because of course that's when you can tell the true length before the shrinkage comes in. But overall, I don't do a lot in my hair, and that's what I would suggest to anybody who's starting a journey is just don't do a lot of your hair, and research and look at other people's lock journeys. That will keep you encouraged. That's what I did when I first started. I stayed on YouTube. Okay. If you haven't started your journey yet, do as much research as possible because your hair is going to change and you don't want to be caught off guard. Also, if you have not started your journey but you're going to start your journey, please be very sure on the size that you want your locks to end up being, not what size they're going to be when you first do them, because your hair is going to shrink over time. It's kind of weird. Like, locks are kind of weird because they get bigger over time, like then they shrink a little bit when they're trying to figure out themselves, you know. So overall, just don't overthink it. It's really not that serious. Don't compare your locks to other people's locks. Even if you guys started your locks at the same time, everybody's hair grows at different rates. Everybody takes care of their hair differently. Just really pay attention to your own hair. Take a lot of pictures, you know, do comparisons if you want. I usually sometimes do comparisons every 6 months to a year. I do comparisons, but outside of that, I try not to worry too much about the length of my hair. Honestly, March 24th will be my 4-year anniversary, and my hair didn't drop until maybe a little bit after year 3, because I had like them little, even though I had 4 years worth of hair on my head, it didn't really do anything until noticeably for me until after the year 3 mark. And I can insert a comparison clip. Outside of that, enjoy your journey. It is a beautiful journey. It really grows your character. You know, your hair kind of course, is going to grow too, but you grow as a person because you have to have patience, and patience is virtue. So hang in there. I plan to post a lot more lock videos. You can use me as encouragement. There are a lot of other people on YouTube who are further along than I am that you can go to for encouragement as well. And it's also, don't just focus on people who are years in the game. Go to people who are starting their journey, or maybe just starting their journey, or who plan to start their journey. Even network with people on social media, Instagram, Twitter, so that y'all can kind of keep each other encouraged, because it's kind of hard for you to get perspective from what you're going through and the stage you're going through if you're talking to somebody who is 10 years in the game. Like, they can tell you stuff, but it's not going to be as relevant as you talking to somebody who's maybe under a year or something like that. Okay, but overall, blessings to your journey. It is a very fulfilling journey, and I'm going to continue to put out these lock videos because I feel like they're needed. The more people I see joining, you know, Lock Nation, the happier I get, because it is truly the best hair decision I've ever made. And until the next lock video, good vibes.